The worst thing that can happen to you is to marry a temperamental man who is rich. You are finished. You are finished by him being temperamental. Then you are finished on the ground that he can sponsor. He will beat you. After beating you, if you try to do anything, he will get police to make sure they shut you down. So please, the best advice to give to your friend is that number one.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Get ready for transformation as we dive into God's Word. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
So what's your question?
Now, I want to ask a question. Sorry, it's a question though. Now, number one, I want to ask a question on behalf of a friend.
Yes.
Now, because we were in a conversation yesterday, she was supposed to be here though, but she's a 7-day Adventist.
Okay.
So she made a comment that her mom was too submissive. That was the reason why she died on time.
Okay.
And the dad is too
domineering.
So the father gets angry easily. So and the mom keeps quiet for every single thing.
Yes.
So she was not happy in the marriage.
Yes.
So that was the reason why she died untimely death.
Yes.
That she herself cannot tolerate any man. That the only man she feels she can have respect is somebody that has money more than her. That she's just looking for somebody that has money. That she feels that if the person tells her keep quiet, that she can keep quiet. But if they're of the same capacity and the same level, she's not going to respect the person. And she have broken up from 4 or 5 different relationships. She just ended the last one because of the person having to do. He's too he wants to know everything, whatever you are doing. He wants to check your phone and the rest. But the main point is, how do I help her then? Because of her perception about marriage and relationship is, she believes if the person have money, her prayer is, God, give me boyfriend will get money.
Okay.
Because she feels she can respect the money, the person based on financial status.
In case somebody is in that situation, here's what I want you to think about. Dysfunction breeds dysfunction. Number 2, dysfunction distorts perception. Number 3, dysfunction actually changes your orientation. Ultimately, dysfunction will lead you to reproduce dysfunction. It is true that her father was a domineering man. Is that okay? The mother, what she called submission, was not submission. It wasn't submission that made her mother die prematurely. An autopsy needs to be conducted. She's not a doctor. We need to know from medical records what really killed her mother. What she has postulated is an assumption. She assumed what could have been the situation. In all reality, we respect her assumption based on observation. But from the place of facts, we cannot rest on her assumption because she's not an authority that has a right to speak to the cause of her mother's death. She can only observe. She can only postulate. Here is where the situation lies. Her mother was a wise woman. Very wise. You see, what she's attacking in her mother is wisdom. Her mother would have died earlier if not for the wisdom of silence. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? And let me explain what I'm saying. A woman who has a husband who is temperamental, you don't match energy with energy with a temperamental person. You escalate tension. So when you are with someone who is raising his volume, what we are trained to do is you lower your volume. In actual fact, you go into silence. The error of the mother is concealment. By concealing her experience and not talking to anybody about it, which is typical of the generation of her mother. Our parents, including my mom, their generation went through pain in isolation and in quietness. If you ask your mother will tell you there are things she went through with your father she never told her family member. It was very typical of that era. They learned to go through things because in the first place, when you go back home and tell your family members, they will send you back. So when people know that they will send me back, what do? I keep quiet. Particularly for the woman from the African culture we come from, when you go to talk to your husband, some culture, they will take you back to your husband. In order for your husband not to feel that they are siding you, they will scold you in the front of your husband and then call you behind and say, we did that so that your husband can take you back. How about fixing the problem? They won't fix it. So the mother adopted a strategy to her best knowledge that will help her to avoid conflict, which is what? Silence. It wasn't submission. It was a strategy. It was typical of that era. Now, for your friend who grew up in that kind of environment, all right, seeing that kind of situation, what she should actually learn from there is to make sure any man she wants to marry, in order not to trigger that memory, the wisdom this girl should be pursuing now is to say, first, any man I want to marry who is highly temperamental, who has no control over his temperament, I don't care to know if he's a pastor, he's a bishop, he has money, he's whatever. I am not going to marry anybody who is temperamental, because the lesson from my mother taught me that temperamental men who are rich, who are highly educated, can be very injurious. I don't want to repeat my mother's pattern by being in the same marriage with a temperamental man. The worst thing that can happen to you is to marry a temperamental man who is rich. You are finished. You are finished by him being temperamental. Then you are finished on the ground that he can sponsor, he will beat you. After beating you, if you try to do anything, he will get police to make sure they shut you down. So please, the best advice to give to your friend is that number one, she should learn from her mother to identify something she must never repeat to avoid pattern, which is stay away from any man who has no control over his temperament. Her mother died to pay the price for her wisdom. But the path your friend is following now is the path of foolishness. She is focused on money. I do not know how she will respect a man for money. Meaning, she is blinded to his person. She's blinded to his temperament. Obviously, she'll be blinded to how he gets his money. She's signing up for the very worst of all kinds of marriages. It's going to be a tragedy for that girl if she doesn't stop right now. It's going to be a big tragedy. And please encourage her to listen to messages like this. Buy books for her. You don't even need to say anything. Just say, I went to that conference. There's this book I saw. Take. It will change her perspective. She's believed a lie. It will ruin her if she doesn't stop. All right? God bless you for thinking about your friend.
I believe you have been blessed by this message. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.